Hello, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we are talking Lenormand. So I got one in as a gift, the Sawyer's Lenormand. This one was sent in for review, Time Lenormand from Chengdu Arcana. And this one is the Weekend Lenormand that I bought from Make Playing Cards. So we're going to take a look at all three of these decks here today really quickly. Lenormand videos always go so fast because there's not a lot of cards in the decks, but I haven't used either one of these yet, so we'll have to open them. So we're just going to pop those off to the side for now. And we're going to look at this one first because I've already been using this. I just have it stuck in this little jewelry bag because it's teeny tiny. I bought the mini. You can get this in a full size as well. I think she's selling them in bridge size. So I got the mini because I've been this year trying to work um, on grand tableaus, and I don't have a true mini in my collection. I had one other small Lenormand deck, but it wasn't a mini. This is the deck I'm referring to, and it is Erica's Lenormand of Hope. I think I have a walkthrough of this already, so you can take a look at it. You can see both sizes in that. But this mini is actually just a little bit larger than I needed it to be able to do my grand tableaus comfortably in a space where I could leave them sitting for a while so I could study them, because I've been working on trying to study grand tableaus this year, and part of that is leaving them and coming back to them and seeing what I see later. So I needed something mini, and I was looking around at some other. I like a lot of divination apothecaries decks. And I was looking around at her minis, and I was going to grab one, but then I saw that Niev at Niev Witch had a Lenormand deck that I was like, oh, I would love to get her Lenormand deck. And I saw it in her description box. And then I went and searched her video, or maybe the video link was there, and I watched her video on where she was talking about how she created it on a long weekend. So she painted all the paintings over a long weekend, and so that's why she called it the Long Weekend Lenormand. So let me show you some of the cards while I'm talking. So I was like, oh, I'm placing a Make Playing Cards order in over the next month or two because I was going to get the Lacrimosa Tarot anyway. So I threw this in the cart, and I'm so glad I did because it's my only true mini, and it's perfect for doing the grand tableau. So I've been working with this because I've been trying to practice grand tableaus. So I'm keeping it on my coffee table to just, what I've been doing is before I binge watch a show, I'll throw a grand tableau and then try to like see if I can figure out what's going to happen in the show, right? But the whole series or the whole season or something. So I'll leave it sitting there for a couple of days and, see what I can go, make notes, and then I go back, take a picture and go back over it after I've watched to see what I missed or if it was even there. You know what I mean? Like, so that's how I've been practicing because I don't have too much to read for myself. So I just do it for TV. But this is what I've been using, and you can see that it is quite lovely. It's very clear. All of the images are so clear and easy to see. Um, I'm not confused about anything. The numbers are in nice little bubbles, so I can see the numbers as well. Because sometimes I'm working with Erica's book, and her book is she's very heavy on the numbers, so it's good that I can see the numbers. The playing cards are clean and clear. I can see those as well. I can see the black and red, so it's like perfect for what I need for a mini. And a lot of mini decks won't have the playing card insets on them, so I like that this one had the playing card insets. It doesn't have the pictures for the kings and queens, but I don't really need that. I'm just glad that it had the black and red, and I like the way that she used the clubs and the diamonds. I think it's perfect, to be honest. Really easy to see what you're looking at in a larger spread and where everything falls. So this is the the long weekend Lenormand. For this one, the people, there's only one woman and one man. So if you need something with multiple women and men, there's only one of each. So here's the man, here's the child, and where's the woman? So here are the man and woman and the writer and child. So those are all the people in the deck. Yeah, so they look very alien, which is kind of fun and cool. So yeah, I enjoy this one. Very, very clean, clear, really pretty pictures, hand painted. You can, if you're interested in this one and you're like, oh, I don't want this little bitty deck, you can get it in a full size. She has the full size as well. So if you know Make Playing Cards linen cardstock, you'll know that it shuffles nice and smoothly. You can even riffle this if you're interested. I can riffle this, which is With little tiny decks, sometimes I do have a tough time riffling because I don't know, my fingers just get in the way. But with this one, I can actually riffle it because it's so bendy and easy to shuffle. So it's nice and slippy. You're not going to have any sticking or anything like that. It's a really great cardstock. This Make Playing Cards linen. This kind of, I call it the mushy linen. So yeah, this is wonderful. I love it, and I've been using it quite a bit. It's holding up. So that is the long weekend Lenormand. Oh, it looks like I've reversed some of the cards. I've been using this one quite a bit. It's holding up very nicely and easy to read, clean images, exactly what I needed in a mini deck. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this is the long weekend Lenormand, and these are the backs. Next up, we have the Sawyer's Lenormand. This is, I thought this was out of print, and then a friend of mine sent it to me. So I'm real excited to take a look. I've seen it around, obviously, because it's been out for a long time. But I was pretty sure maybe she brought them back. All right, I freed it from its plastic. It came in a tuck box, and it says, "Take a ride through the grand tableau of Lenormand with the colorful vision of tattoo artist Jamie Sawyer. Herein you will find her impressions of the classic imagery." And this is about a poker size card. I don't have a poker card. Yeah, I do. Okay, so these are poker size. So let's see. Let's compare them. Yeah. So this is a poker size card. These are backwards. I see 36 on the top, so I'm guessing this is number one. Yeah. So these are the backs. And they have like her signature there in the middle, and then all this geometry, and then some moon phases. And then let's take a look at the cards. That's one, the rider, the clover. So now these don't have the playing card insets, but I do love the look of them. Look at those. They're very beautiful. Her artwork is nice. Oh, you can't see that one. Let's put it down here. Let me just, okay, there we go. Clouds. So she has like a bold kind of tattoo style art with lots of color. So sometimes tattoo art, can feel a little dull, but hers has lots of color. And this is fun. It looks kind of storybook. It reminds me of like children's books or something like that. Birds, childs, very clear what I'm looking at. The borders really help separate the images so that it makes it easy to tell to because it's meant to be like a storyboard, right? I just love this. Is so cute. And the child is a sippy cup. So, it's really feeling like bedtime stories to me. Maybe this will be great to use for nighttime. I don't know. I don't pull a Normand at night, but if you did at night before bed, or even just to play with your kids, if you want to teach them Lenormand, this would be a cool one to use. Okay, so here are our people, and they look like they are deers and stags. So 28, 28, 29, 29. Okay, so you can have two women and they would be both 28 and 29. Or if you did two men, it would be 28 and 29. Or if you did a man and a woman, you could do 28 and 29. And that makes sense. But they're all facing forward. So they're not going to be able to face each other any certain way. But that's okay. I like that. All right, so sun, moon, key, fish, anchor, and cross. So that is the Sawyer's Lenormand. Very, very cool. I like it. Let's see how it shuffles. Cardstock, it feels like a US GameStop. So it's like a bouncy, I call this the buttery mat. It's like nice and slidey and it feels like butter, right? So that's the cardstock. It's gonna shuffle great if I want to riffle it. Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect cardstock. It's not linen, but it doesn't need to be because it has a bounce and it moves great. So it's lovely, 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 lovely. So that is the Sawyer's Lenormand. My first impressions of this is it just feels very cozy. I almost want to it makes me think of like Christmas and bedtime stories and cookies and milk and kids and like sippy cups and footy pajamas, you know? It's hitting all the things that make me think about my inner child. So I don't have a Lenormand deck that does that in my collection. So this will be my first, and then we'll see what I end up using this for. I don't normally do inner child work, period, and then definitely not with Lenormand, but maybe I'll start, or maybe I'll just use it because it's cute. You know what I mean? Like if I want something good mood, good mood feeling, I tend to use a lot of Lenormand around Christmas time, and this kind of inner child stuff does make me think of Christmas stories and nighttime story time kind of thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll rope this into my Christmas collection, even though the coloring is not. But I have another Christmas Lenormand that's not really Christmas colors, so maybe we'll see. I don't know where this will end up, but I really like it. It's bold and beautiful. So that is the Sawyer's Lenormand. And last but not least, we have the Time Lenormand. It comes in this textured box. I can feel like a linen texture on this box. I don't know if you can see that linen texture, but it's pretty raised. There you go. And it's nice. It feels like a book, like a book. And then it's smooth on the inside. And that's the inside of the deck. This one actually comes with a guidebook. This is from the publisher Chengdu Arcana. This is written by Zhen Shuang and artwork by Dang Pengji. And they are rebranding as Interlit. So I will put the link, but there's the link there. I'll put all this down below as well. Cards are free. Now, this little guidebook it's a little white book, and it's going to be in Chinese and English. So let me get to the English in the back. So the writing on this is small, but I can read it, and I think it's the font. It's very bold against the white background, so I can see it with my glasses on. I do wear glasses. So it says the deck is created from the art by the contemporary oil painting artist Da Peng. He gives exquisite expression to the relationship between light and colors in the pictures, conveying the contemporary elements with the brushstrokes of the classic oil paintings and adding the contemporary delights while retaining the painting language. The originals of this deck of cards are canvas oil paintings with natural sense of painting and vivid feelings. The classic Lenormand elements in the pictures of this deck will make you clear at a glance, getting the card meanings easily. Therefore, users at any level can have a good experience while doing readings with it, or while doing reading with it. So there's a little bit of a misprint. So there's a little grammatical error. Sometimes you find that with these guidebooks because they're being translated, and it's a lot, so it's a lot to translate, I'm sure, from Chinese to English. So I think they do a pretty good job. I can always understand what they mean. So it says, while doing readings with it, which is exactly our design concept for this deck. Hope you'll like it. And then there's a brief history of Lenormand here, and then how to ask questions, how to read, and there's a spread, current situation, root cause, outcome. And then for each card, you get some keywords. So for the writer here, it says messages, passing of information, vitality, arrival of new things, visitor, courier, delivery person. And then it says time, in a short time, very soon. So it looks like every one of those gives you several keywords plus what you can consider for the timing of that card. So for house, it's permanent. For tree, we have long term, more than a year. For coffin, we have months. So every one of them has a timing element. And that's the guidebook. So those are the backs. Ooh, very pretty. Cardstock is linen. It's a deep linen with a lot of texture. So if you like a linen texture, you can actually see this linen texture on the cards, and I can feel it as well. It is very sturdy and kind of a plasticky coating on it, but not glossy. So we have rider, clover, ship, and house. So it feels very natural. We don't have any playing card insets with these. Tree, clouds, snake, coffin, bouquet, scythe, whip, birds. Very clear images, nice big cards. No playing card insets, but that's okay. No borders. So we'll have to see what this looks like in the like more cards on the table, and I'll lay those out later. Garden, tower, dog, stork, mountain, crossroads, mice, heart, very beautiful oil paintings, ring, book, letter, man. Here's woman. Oh, there's two men. So we've got two men and two women, and they're numbered both 29 and 28. So unlike the Sawyer's Path, if you put the two men together, you're going to get two 28s, and the two women together will be two 29s. But we do have these two turned towards each other, or actually, they would be turned away from each other because it would be 28 and 29 like that. And then you have the two facing, and it looks like you have two older and two younger. So you've got options there. There's no diversity of skin tone, but um, there's the option of age there, and then like directionality. The sun and moon is very pretty. Key, fish, anchor, and cross. So let's look at them. Let's shuffle them and look at them laid out in a bigger spread. So you know what these feel to me like? Those decks like Tarot of the Divine, or the Pasta Tarot. They kind of feel like that, but they're smaller and not quite as thick. So a little bit easier to wield, to shuffle, because they're shorter. But they are nice and sturdy, and they give you kind of a fun sound when you shuffle them. It's like a swish, you know. Okay, so I have them laid out in 3 rows here, and so we can see that I can clearly see what I'm looking at, and it does look clear. I think they put enough space around the central image so that it doesn't bleed together, even though there's no border. So that works for me. I did make a mistake and shuffle all the people in, so I'll have to go through and find them and take them out. But yeah, they work for me. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments below. So I think that these are really beautiful and serene, and they're going to be perfect for the fall time. I have another Lenormand deck from this company. It's called the Jangdu Arcana. I will put the link for it up here with the walkthrough that I did. Beautiful deck, but very summery. So, well, in colors. Some people use decks all year round. I am seasonal with my coloring. So for me, that deck is put away now. So now I have this one. So I can just, use this. And it's going to go really well if I want to use it with any of my, so if I wanted to use this with tarot, I've got 2 decks sitting here right now. I've got the Naked Truth and the Echoes Through Time. That I think that these would be beautiful with. And I wonder what it would look like with this one. This is the Peculiar Pathways. It's a little bit of a different setup than the others, but I bet, yeah, those look great too. So if I wanted to use it with tarot, I usually am more apt to use Lenormand with an oracle deck. So I'm sitting here thinking, what oracle decks do I have? That might pair up nicely with this, because they're so big. I would do like 3 Lenormand cards and then maybe 1 or 2 oracle cards. I'm sure I have something. I just can't think of it right now. But this is the Time Lenormand. Oh, let's read from the guidebook. So let's read for ship. I forgot to read from the guidebook. I got so excited laying it out and seeing how beautiful it was. Okay. So the ship says keywords travel. Oh, so if you would like to read that for yourself, you can. So the ship says keywords travel, transportation, overseas, long distance, departure, transfer, change of present situation. And then the time is a long time. And then let's read also for sun, just to kind of round this out. So if you'd like to read that. And it says life force, happiness, charisma, optimism, eye-catching success, and the time is summer, or from morning to afternoon. So I like this, the time Lenormand, giving us all the time frames. That's wonderful. I have a time tarot now. And oh, duh, the time tarot. That's what it's gonna go with. Let me get that. Okay, so now I'm distracted and I'm over here playing with cards. This is absolutely no longer our Lenormand walkthrough, but I just was curious to see how how this would play together with some other cards. So I pulled out the Familiar Field Oracle. So I've got two of those there and three of these, and that's kind of how I read. When I want to mix Lenormand, I usually do it this way. But every now and then I will pull out a tarot. So I'm going to try it here with Time Tarot. I think it would work with those other three that I showed as well. But just because it's the Time Oracle, the Time Lenormand, let's see. I think this might be a little bit, I don't know. We'll see. Let's just see. So if I wanted to do like one tarot here and one here. Yeah, I don't like the coloring. Oh man, I think it's too dark. Maybe it's the oracle. Maybe I take the oracle out and try a different oracle. Let's see. Okay, so now I have here the angels, gods, and goddesses oracle. It's a little darker, a little richer in tone. So I think it's going to match up better with the tarot. And then let's see how that looks. And those are the tarot cards. And then let's see about the oracle. Oop, oop. I'm dropping everything everywhere. Ooh, I already like the colors there. Is that better? I think it's better. Definitely better. It's still a little disjointed. I'll keep working on it. I'll keep working on it. But right now, I kind of want this. I want this Time Tarot to work with it, you know? Well, so I'm like trying to find an oracle that will bring this together. Let me think. Let's try it with the Divine Nature Oracle. Just real quick, and then we'll go. I promise. I promise we'll go after that. See, yes. Yes, I think I found it. Oop, I'm dropping things. I think I found it. This is the Divine Nature Oracle. I think that's the oracle. I think that's the one, guys. What do you think? I think this is the one that is going to do it for me. Yeah. So then if I don't like the Time Tarot with it, or I decide I don't want to do the Time Tarot with the Time Lenormand and the Divine Wisdom, then I think that this, yeah, I like that. Yes, that's giving that sort of rust, that's adding into that kind of rustic, because the Time Tarot is very clean in its look, and this one feels more aged. So, yeah, I think that's going to be. So, yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing for a little while. Got to find the cards in this deck that aren't so naked to show. So those are options, many, many options. And I think there's going to be more coming as I think about it and move along with this and work with this deck some more and see kind of how it feels to me, But for right now, I've got options. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, the Time Lenormand, really, really cool. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. There will be links in the description box below where you can pick up every deck you saw here today, as well as if you want to like watch more Lenormand videos and stuff, I'll put the links for that down in the description box below as well for my Lenormand playlist. And until I see you next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.